But yeah, basically I'm just gonna sit here and get runes and all kinds of things. What you guys didn't really miss much. I went ahead and just waited through like I waited through the commander and killed him, and he gave me an energy shard. This is actually where I got the Fallen set. He presents you with your second best set of armor in the game. It's up to you to find the best set. For the light armor, the best set is like the persistence set or something. I think it is. Which, funnily enough, persistence is the best, or is the first greatsword in the game that you get, and you get it from the warden. It's his greatsword, and it's also like strangely enough, at least I find this kind of strange. It's like the like poster sword of the game, but it's the first greatsword you get, so there's nothing special about it. It's just like a flaming greatsword that looks kind of like the crystals we're picking up. So it's nothing, it's kind of just a piss poor excuse for a weapon for the most part. I mean, it's the first thing that you get that can maybe break 80 or break like 100 damage if you have the correct rune on it, maybe. But other than that, that's really it. But yeah, these things can't attack you. They're ghosts. They bleed, but they're ghosts. Let's see. You kill them. Pick up their item. Ooh, that one gave me a Ghost Merge shard. Ghost Merge shards are actually kind of on the important side. What they do is when you die, you can use one of these and you'll instantly get all your souls back. And they're very rare. There's actually, I think, a limited number of them in the game. So they're a rare item. They're not easy to get anyways, like they're not easy to find. You might be able to genuinely get them. You can actually skip this boss. I've never skipped him before because it's already hard enough to get levels in this game. Wow, 4 attempts. But so I don't really want to have to wait to level up more. So I would rather just like I would honestly, and this is my personal opinion, I would rather just go ahead and wait for come on, just spawn the guy. I know where he's gonna spawn. This actually has my favorite running attack, the longsword. This weapon type has my favorite like two-handed running attack. I think it was my favorite. Yeah. Well, no, actually I like the two-handed iteration of it more. But yeah, no, he talks forever, and then you have to actually do like a genuine like conversation after this, which doesn't take as much time, but it still takes a little bit of time. But basically, and this is my favorite attack, just because, I don't know, there's something pretty badass about that. Just running, like sprint, and then just jump and just like do the chopping animation, because with this, you do like the like you're throwing a shot put animation. I also like that, kind of. It's a little bit odd, but I like it. That's kind of silly. That's okay. I don't think I've seen this one. That one's okay too. That one's just that one's just ridiculous. I like that one though, because it's so meta. I like it. That one's like this one's like something you see in an action movie when they're just like and they're trying to save a person. This one's just like the execution swing, or like the finisher swing. I am Jesus. You know, it's actually pretty sad that he's only like a foot taller than your character. Oh no, that was a plot hole. That was actually what the final boss is. They just blatantly tell you. The final boss is hard. You have to know how to kill him. So he's pretty difficult. but at the same time, he's not like hard enough to prevent me from even coming close. In fact, what I'm just gonna do, honestly, is I'm actually just going to straight up sprint through the game. And let's do that. I'm gonna sprint through the final level. And now, yep. I'm gonna sprint through the final level, and then I give away this rune, and yeah, I'm gonna spawn where the second final boss is, and it's a two-person boss. There's two of them. You fight them one-on-one, but there are two of them. They kind of take turns. They're annoying, but I mean, there's nothing really, I guess, broken about them. They're just really, really strong. So I just don't really particularly like fighting them, but it doesn't mean I won't. What is that? That was a cool looking weapon. And this is kind of a secret. Well, it's not a secret, but this is something you can do. If you don't want to actually, if you still need more heals and you need to go to a place that is kind of better, then you can go ahead and go there and just use that checkpoint, and then it'll give you it'll give you potions back. Something else you can do is if you never use a checkpoint through all the bosses and you leave a checkpoint here, like the top floor, and you let them kill you, or you let this boss kill you, then you'll spawn up at the top floor, and at least that's how it works on PC. So you can kind of... there's an item over there. So you can kind of limit yourself in a way, and use that as a skip. I don't know if it still works, they probably patched it, but you know. But yeah, this is the second to final boss. It's kind of bullshitty. It's... Wow, you're weak. Oh my god, you're weak. Ha ha ha. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ah, come on, man. I'm gonna go ahead and heal. That's one boss down. I actually assumed this would be much harder. But basically what happens is when you kill one, the second one absorbs the other one's power. It's literally like they're trying to do Ornstein and Smo, except they make them clones of each other. So the fire one will always do a lot of damage, while the lightning one is basically just the weak one. So the lightning one is Smo and the fire one is Ornstein. So they're both just as fast, and the reason I use that analogy is the lightning one is the easier one, like Smo. Because you really want to leave Smo alive when you play Dark Souls, because, well, he's not weaker, he's much stronger than Ornstein, but he's easier to kill in that he's weaker to the elements that you're going to have available. That was really, really easy. Holy crap, I wasn't expecting that. I should have killed the fire one first and then killed the lightning one, because how their special reward works, which is something that I mentioned or failed to mention in my review video, is that when you kill a boss and you meet a specific special hidden requirement, you get a special item that they can drop. Now, for them, they'll either drop a shield that has a high resistance to fire or a high resistance to lightning, and but it's an agility-based shield. Both of them are. They're mirror shields, Take the rune away from me. Yes, take it. Who cares? I didn't say you could leave. Come back and craft stuff for me. Craft. Okay, so. I swear God hates me or something. I just want to all I want is one flawless luck rune between New Game and New Game Plus. So that's so much to ask for. The answer is yes, by the way, if you were wondering. Oh wow, I'm sitting at a lot of health. I'm almost at 400. Oh, my health isn't increasing anymore. It's just that I'm taking less. So like my health bar isn't increasing anymore. It's actually to a point where it just looks like I'm getting tankier. Wow, that was actually kind of funny. He like ran into part of my sword. I need to be careful with these guys because they're much weaker than they were before, and they were already really, really strong. So, you know, when one is really strong already, you don't want to think that they're weak. It's just not going to end well for you. But let's see. That. It's just a human skull, nothing big. Be quiet. Yeesh. Nah, there's a checkpoint upstairs. That's what I'll use. But yeah, getting through all of this isn't all that hard. It's just tedious because these guys are strong in just regular New Game, and they're even stronger now. In fact, they're probably the strongest enemies, period, that I fought in some games. They're really, really aggravating. But the archers are easy to kill, like the thieves, and the knights are also honestly, they're pretty easy to kill. So you just have to be careful and really monitor how you fight them, because if you're not careful, then when fighting them, it's going to become a pain in the ass. The thieves, of course, thieves do a lot of damage if they hit you in the back like that. Truthfully, and the funny part about this is that if I had normal health and I was playing a thief right now, that probably would have been enough to kill me. So would that have, or that would have. Thieves, due to the type of armor they wear, unless you really your armor and make sure your armor is unbelievably good, thieves are very, very, very weak, defensively speaking. Offensively, thieves are almost like a thief class rivals a warrior class in damage, but it's only if you have the correct weapons, like curse, I think sting, claws, stuff like that, stuff that does fast damage. And I don't mean just like fast damage, I mean really, really fast damage. Like unreasonably fast damage. So weapons like that are really your only hope. And at least for high DPS. And fun fact, just something for you guys to know. I'm already basically at the boss, funnily enough. I just have to get upstairs and then I'm there. I'm not going to kill you. You're using the exact same weapon that I'm using anyways, so I'm not going to pillage somebody who's using an awesome weapon. Seeing as this is the best sword in the game, just no matter how you look at it, no matter how you cut it, this thing can almost get up to 400 AR with one rune, so that by default makes the thing basically the best weapon in the entire game, which is terrifying and awesome both at the same time. It's just that the weapon is the only problem with the weapon that I see is that it has really, really high stamina costs, but it's with how strong it is, and you know,